know that you can make money in avocado farming? That's why today in Bungoma County, we want to see how we can make money in a large-scale farming. But not all of avocado can be for business, but from the expert, we will be able to know the types of avocado that can bring money and economically as a cash crop. Join me, Mukulima Bila Jembe, up to the end. Our guest today and also the expert is none rather than Madam Mary Goretti from Bungoma County. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm Mary Goretti Chitira from Sirisia Sub-County, Bungoma County.
I want to be an avocado, a commercial avocado grower. What are the factors to consider before calling yourself an avocado farmer?
First and foremost, you have to know where to source for clean planting material. Like for me, I majored in Hass avocado. So I get my material from oils and nuts in Busia. And we also have a farm in Kitale called KTL Farming, where we get the seedlings for us. The seedlings must have been recommended by Horticultural Development HCDA, and then also by KEFIS. Then you'll be sure that the seedlings are clean for planting.
If you talk about clean, does it mean that we wash them before planting, or what is the secret behind the term clean?
Clean, I mean the root stock must have been certified, and then you graft. The grafting material also must be certified. The environment where the seedlings are being made also must be certified and clean.
You know, the most key word there, I was not good in English by the time I was in school. Nimepotea. What is grafting?
Grafting, like for avocado, you get the indigenous fruit. After you eat, you get the seed. Then that seed, you go plant it, mostly in nursery. That one, they call it a root stock. So after 4 to 6 months, they are long enough. So somebody will cut and then put the graft with the Hass avocado, with the Hass variety or the Fuete variety. So you have the indigenous fruit, which is the root stock, and then now on the indigenous you add the technology of putting the grafted avocado, which is Hass or Fuete.
Then you know, the avocado have been growing naturally, and it used to take 7 years up to 20 before I see fruit. And I found that there was no technology, and people used to have avocado. Why should I graft when I can just plant and it grow naturally?
For grafted avocados like these ones, I grew them last year in May, around 9th of May last year. And as you can see, they're already starting to put up fruits. So they need the grafted avocados take a shorter time. They have a long life shelf. If you pluck them today, they can take long. Like maybe now you want to export them, they'll take long before they get bad. But for the indigenous avocados, once they ripen, they go bad in a very short while. So these ones, they have a longer life shelf. Their size is good. You can package according to the size. The size is not too big and not too small. So they are always very good for export compared to the indigenous avocado. These ones they also make very sweet juice. and they are also used for oil. Yeah. So they have more advantages compared to the indigenous avocado. You have said avocados can take 7 years. How can you sit back and watch avocado for 7 years growing, and is when you'll start eating the fruit? You might die before you eat the fruit. 10 years, 7 years is too long. It's not economically favorable.
And farmers have just, the culture have let us, they have been comfortable with the 7 years, and maybe have found this technology have come to commercialize. So farmers let us go for grafted seedlings in order to improve production and commercialize in avocado farming. Let us talk about spacing, maybe from one stem to another.
It will depend on how you want to use your land. You can space 5 meters by 5 meters from one plant to another, or you can space 6 by 6 or 10 by 10 according to how you want to use your land. Like this one of mine, I've spaced 5 by 5 meters because I'm also growing inside sweet potatoes, and I also grow African leafy vegetables in the spaces between.
And what is the dimension of planting holes?
The planting holes should be 2 by 2 feet.
2 by 2 feet,
Yeah.
which means it is a squared type of hole.
Yes.
Then we have now the hole 2 by 2. Then what do we need to do before we plant our seedling?
During the time you are making your hole, you remove the top soil, you put it aside. Then you go to the lower part of the soil, you put that other soil apart outside or on another side. Then you can prepare that hole, and you can start putting your manure
Yeah.
that is ripe, ile imeiva poa. You can either use goat droppings or poultry droppings or the cow's droppings.
Yeah.
But for me, I prefer the poultry droppings.
So after that, we have planted our...
So during planting, you will return the top soil inside. Then the other soil, you will put it around the hole,
Yeah.
so that it can prevent maybe water from dropping into the hole and all that. Then you don't cover the hole, so that you can be putting manure. And then the grafted area must always remain up. You don't put soil up to the grafted area because it will either attract diseases or it will attract pests. So you leave the grafted area just on top, exposed like that, then you take care of it.
Then we have planted our seedling, avocado seedling. Then how do we take care of it up to maybe it starts giving us results? You will continue with the good agricultural practices, that is weeding, so that it doesn't have weeds. And you also, if you are doing the organic, there are organic fertilizers that you can put. And if you are doing the other inorganic, you can also use those fertilizers. But for these ones, we are doing inorganic farming, so we just put the manure. There are also inorganic products that we are trying to purchase from Avocado Society of Kenya. Then we'll use to spray to control pests, and we also use traps to avoid some white flies and the rest. Yeah. So then it means that we top dress like any other crop.
Yes.
We weed like any other crop.
Yeah.
And we also control pests like any other crop.
Yes.
But now, depending with the market that we are targeting, it is good to go organic. Because if we introduce chemicals in avocado farming, then maybe getting a market will be a problem.
It's very true. So we go organic so that we try and get the export market.
Yeah.
But we also want to put very good quality avocados on supermarket shelves, at least for our community to consume the right things, not chemicalized.
So maybe what are the challenges that you have encountered in the long run?
Up to now, I've not found many challenges, but mostly people just come and wonder why you have planted a whole farm like 4 acres. You have put avocado and you are not planting maize. So most people are still wondering, but I also continue talking to them because we want to achieve the 10% forest coverage, but not just trees. We want to have the fruit trees so that you can have the trees for shade and good environment, and you also get the fruits.
So where did you get the technology and the project from? Are you in partnership with any organization?
With avocado farming, we started on our own. I'd visited a friend in Elgeyo Marakwet who had planted a lot of avocado, and she had even resigned from her work. She used to be a nurse. So she had resigned and she was just doing avocado farming, and I felt she was doing well. Then I asked her how I can plant those avocados. So she decided to come down to my place. Then we came and looked at the farm, and she decided that it can make good avocados. You know, the latitude and whatever environment. She told me it was very suitable, and I also agree with her because our avocados took around 3 years to mature, and mine, because the area is warm, it's just taking around 1.5 years to 2 years to mature. So she came down and really encouraged me. In the process, she introduced me to HCA, who came and also started advising me. Then she introduced us to an agronomist who has been giving us guidance on how to do the good agricultural practices, the good management for the avocado. In the process, I saw an advert on RTI where we have the Feed the Future. I applied for some support, and they've come in strongly to support me because they support our trainings, they make follow-ups, and they are willing to fund us to a tune of 600 and 6,600 so that they can purchase for us pulping and juicers so that we continue making avocado juice. That is for value addition, such that in case we export this, we sell these avocados maybe in our market or even export market. The remaining we can still do value addition by making juice for our communities. And by then we are also targeting to reach 1,000 under 5 children who are malnourished, and also 3,000 pregnant women with our health messages and juices, so that they know that in winning you need the avocado, in health you need the avocado.
If you are watching us right now, you can also send me an SMS on 0703 45 45 70. Mukulima Bila Jembe will read your message. Maybe what do you have what can you say about RTI?
For RTI, I really want to appreciate their services. They have enabled us to meet at least 300 farmers. Now we are meeting the objective of planting around 75 acres of avocado. If we plant 75 acres of avocado in just Luandani ward, you can imagine the way the area will be green. It will have good forest. We'll have enough avocado for both consumption, our local markets, and even for export market. So I really thank them for their support, and I'm very, very grateful. Without them, we would not have met the 300 farmers. And they also help us, they also guide us on what to do. When anytime you are hard up, you call anybody from RTI, they are always willing to give you guidance and you achieve whatever you want to achieve. So I really say thank you.
What advice to the community, because we can get a market, yes, but if we don't involve the community, we will not sustain the market. What appeal do you have for the community members towards the avocado project?
I request the community that we continue planting more avocado, more of the Hass avocado, so that we meet the volumes that we, in the long run, we'll need a lot of volumes that one farmer cannot produce. So if all of us can plant the Hass avocado, even if you just plant 1 or 2 trees, that will do for the time. Thank you.